So the first thing I have to say is that I can't read you. One of the things that happens when you start to really fall for someone and you start to become weak for them is that you lose your ability to read people properly, right? You start to over calibrate the way you read their nonverbal cues. In other words, you're so freaking desperate for their attention, for their validation. You need them so much that the signals that you're getting are being warped by a gravity of emotion that causes you to misinterpret things, usually in the negative or too much in the positive. Wherein when you like someone, you either think they like you more than they really like you, or they like you less than they really like you, right? And when you're in a state of falling in love, you start to feel that sense of confusion where you can't really read them, especially if they start acting a little distant from time to time. This is why these strategies only work on people who genuinely like you, on people who genuinely have some emotions for you, right? So what would happen is that they would just lose the ability to read you. And the reason why that is because you fucking blink slow and they'll say what the fuck that means. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm blinking. Like, can a nigga blink, right? Can a nigga blink, right? So that's one thing. They won't be able to truly read you. The next thing is that they won't be able to predict you, right? And the reason why is because it's not that you are erratic or out of character, right? But that when you like someone, you lose your ability to predict them, and this is why. Imagine somebody who I remember when I got mugged in Mexico, right? For like a week, I was scared of 3 groups of Mexican guys, right? Whenever I saw a group of 3 Mexican dudes, I was fucking scared, right? I was like, I'm not gonna get traumatized, right? And the reason why you start making those prediction errors, because those are prediction errors, is because one negative thing causes you to start to predict it, even though it doesn't warrant it. The probability of that happening again isn't warranted. And so the inability for them to predict you comes from a fear of pain, where if you pull away just a slight bit, it'll cause so much disappointment, so much pain, that they're gonna expect you to keep pulling away, right? Like their brain will prioritize this little event, magnify it out of proportion, and it'll cause them to lose the ability to predict you. One little disappointment will cause them to not be able to predict you, and that is a positive thing for you because it causes them to be more reactive. It causes them to be to feel more emotions per se, because it's a vulnerable state of mind. Not being able to predict you, not being able to sense how much you like them. It's a vulnerable state of mind that a lot of people who are avoidant do not like to feel. But unfortunately, if you're gonna fall in love with someone, this has to happen, right? You have to have that almost like paranoia, right? Because that's what paranoia is, right? It's predicting something that really isn't warranted. And this is something that if you don't have, it's a red flag. You know, like you have to have this. Oh my God, it's getting closer. Yeah, I'm getting closer. You have to be. They have to be able to not predict you, at least in the beginning, right? Because it causes them to feel different emotions. It causes them to be more attached to you, right? And then when you do validate them, when you do give them what they want, it's a huge hit of dopamine. It's almost like you're a drug, right? By the way, if you're dating someone and you want to make them weak for you and you don't know how to do it, right? And you want Father Alex to show you how to make them weak in their knees. Yeah, that's right, people. They won't be able to walk, okay? That will be fucking X-Men, the X guy with the one that doesn't walk. You guys can just book a one-on-one session with me and have a conversation with me, and you could tell me the situation that you have, because a lot of the times people are not doing the things that I say in my videos, and then they put my name on it. Then they tell people they watch my channel. You can't be doing that. You're messing up the brand, right? So if you're gonna be doing that, work with me one-on-one. Let me hear your situation, because most likely you just have to tweak 1 or 2 things. One little creepy a facial expression that you're doing that's sabotaging you. Maybe you're responding a little bit too fast. Or maybe you just need me to tell you personally to stop fucking chasing. Right? That's a lot of people are like, Father Alex, tell me that I'm doing worse. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, because watching your videos is not enough. Or like the guys, hey man, look man, I watch your videos, but these strategies don't work. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. And usually, it's not that the strategies don't work. Usually, they're just doing something legit wrong, okay? So if you guys want me to troubleshoot your dating life, click on the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one, or else they're gonna leave you. Let's continue with the video. The next one is I can't stop thinking of you. And usually, you see this behavior through the way they text, through the way they call, through the way they see you. When they see you, it feels like a golden retriever that hasn't seen their owner in 1 minute, but says, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you've been away for 10 years," right? And the reason why is because when somebody's becoming weak for you, the way that thinking works is that your thoughts revolve around the things that you value, right? And usually the things that you value produce so much pain if you lose it that your brain becomes obsessed with it, right? And so naturally, if somebody's becoming weak for you, they'll tell you that they keep thinking of you. They'll tell you that you cannot stop being in their minds. And that's because it's almost like an addictive process, right? For example, when somebody's becoming addicted to a drug, what happens is that they can't stop thinking of the crack, right? And the way that it works is that they start to have images in their minds. And these images and movies that are very vivid and strong tends to create cravings, right? Seeing the drug, seeing the effect, and not having it creates a craving. And that craving is what makes them weak. In other words, they cannot control themselves. They cannot control their bodies, their mind, their behavior. They'll do things that will completely destroy their lives. And that is pretty much the concept of becoming weak, where you cannot control yourself, right?
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.